Welcome back to the Schmoedown replay. What's going on, guys? We're the Cinefanatics. My name is Chris Adams.
And I'm Robert Adams, and man, it's been a long week.
It's been a long week, and we're so sorry, Lex. What's going on, guys?
I get that joke now. I've been informed over the past 24 hours from seeing that first pop up on our stream last night to like, I don't know what that is. Now I know what that is, and I appreciate the humor, and I'm right there with all of y'all that also know what that is. Anyways.
Well said.
Yeah, day's been great. How's your day?
It's been another day. It's just been another day. Oh, you want me to talk more because you were sipping a drink there? Okay. Yeah, it's been a great day. Okay. No, we got a good one for you guys tonight. It's gonna be. It's just gonna be a good one. We're in the singles tournament still, and all of these have been fantastic. Every single match has been something new, something different, something old, something blue.
Something borrowed.
Something borrowed, something new. No, they've all been great, and we got a good one tonight. It's Ethan Erwin from The Usual Suspects versus Eric Zipper from The Dungeon.
Yeah. So without further ado, let's bring on our special guest for this one. He has been on the replay before, so he knows how this goes. It is the one, the only, our favorite contestant named Eric Zipper. It is Eric Zipper. What's going on, sir?
Hey, guys. I'm glad I'm your favorite Eric Zipper. That means a lot.
Absolutely.
In a world filled with Eric Zippers.
There are more than you think. There are at least a couple others. There's a middle-aged French man named Eric Zipper who reached out to me years ago to just be like, hey, we have the same name, except he explores caves for a living, so his life is cooler than mine. Whatever. It's fine.
And you're like, he's French too, so like, I'd be exploring the caves. I am Eric Zipper, the cave climber.
He's like Batman. He goes spelunking.
Did you ask him how much he knows about movie trivia and if he's any good at that?
There you go. We can teach each other.
You're like, you'll learn movie trivia and I'm not doing that.
Oh no, I like love caves and like all that. Like, sounds great. Like, sign me up. I'm into it.
Nice. I know we got a bunch here, so if you ever want to visit Austin, there's some caves here too.
Right?
True. You know, when the world is back to
sure
whatever it was.
Yeah.
No
when
way.
I can maintain a 6-foot distance from all the cave creatures.
That caves are totally safe.
It's that movie Descent.
I love that movie.
Oof. Anyways, so we've got a match tonight.
We sure do.
In the chat. Hey,
Cam.
So we got you versus Ethan Erwin.
Piece of cake. Should be easy.
Yeah. So I mean, you were on here before, and we would go off talking about like how we think like with the level. I can't talk tonight, y'all. The level of talent that we have here, like the skill level, essentially. Ethan Erwin is a top tier performer, but you have been doing so much better. The thing you've been doing the thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you say something about the thing?
Nice. That's awesome.
I knew that was going to happen. That's why I made that reference.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Appreciate the cue up.
So, yeah, you've been doing so much better that, like, before, had we do this, like, a year ago, I'd be like, probably Ethan's got this, because Ethan still came in, was very well known and very well hyped up, and he had the movie knowledge to back it up. But you this season just absolutely. We are actually at the point where I can't, as a fan, I can't honestly tell like who I would actually vouch for on this.
Well, thank you.
So just a testimony to how well you've been doing.
Here's the thing. This has been a season of upsets. This has been a season of proving that the Schmoedown, anything can happen. And so I no longer decide to pick who's going to win matches anymore. And I'm just going to be surprised no matter what happens.
Yeah.
Good call.
So real quick, we said Camshaft is saying, please have Zipper share his Shia story at some point.
Oh yeah. There will be a moment in the match where it comes up. It'll happen.
Okay. We got Kayla Ashley saying, hi, everyone. This was such an awesome match.
Hey, Kayla.
And Andres is saying, Zip's a beast in study session. So you're apparently in a study session, you turn into Bibiani.
Yeah.
Yeah, I refuse to sit down.
I got confused there for a second because I thought it was like, what does Bibiani have to do with anything?
So those of y'all in the chat, again, as always, my brother and I have not seen this match, so please don't spoil it. If you have any questions, feel free to donate to streamlabs.com/cinefanatics. Also, quick side note, patreon.com/cinefanatics. This weekend we will be doing a watch along of Inception. That is going to be Saturday night at roughly the same time. So if you are on the $10 tier on Patreon, you can join us for that. That's going to be a lot of fun. And then also I'm going to quickly plug at the top, and I'll plug it again later as well. Tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Central Time. So that's 6 Pacific and 9 Eastern. Over on Call to Action, they will be doing the Last General Standing. This is like a free-for-all with all the Call to Action and the generals of the Action Army tier Patreon level. Basically just answering a bunch of movie trivia questions, just like the free-for-all had the free-for-all actually happen. This is your substitute for the free-for-all this year, I guess. That and I get the horror free-for-all kind of counts too. There's a horror movie free-for-all that's going to be starting at the end of next month. So
there's a lot of things right now that are free for everybody. So
yeah. So come back tomorrow night over on Call to Action. Don't come back here. We won't be doing it here. It's over there.
Directed at you, Andre. It might be.
So if you are in the chat and you do want to spoil this match, again, streamlabs.com/cinefanatics for all your spoilery needs. I got to stop that joke, really.
Oh my God.
I love that saying. But yeah, you could feel free to spoil it there and put some numbers on that spoil.
Oh, yeah.
Ready to do it? Here in a minute. Eric, Zipper, what was your thought of going into this match?
Well, I mean, obviously Ethan is Ethan.
Yeah, he does Ethan things.
Yeah, he does Ethan things like win a lot. So I definitely there was some nerves, definitely. But it was really important to me to try to go into it the same way I went into the Paul match, because that worked out for me, which was I was relaxed, I was loose, I was trying not to get too hung up about it. So I tried to do that again, which is hard because Ethan is Ethan. But that was the goal. Was to try to match Ethan's level of chill, right? Because Ethan is the chillest competitor in the Schmoedown. He's so relaxed at all times. And the hope was that I could match that energy and maybe feed off of some of that trivia magic. But yeah, that was the hope. But obviously there's a part of my brain that was like, oh God. But
Eric Zipper is out here. He's just like, I'm doing trivia. All right. Inside.
Yeah. I had to really make sure that this got some use,
I hope my neighbors aren't upset.
I didn't hear anything over on this side of the apartment, so you should be good. Anyways, so real quick. Oh, yeah. Andres is saying someone will eventually pay $50 to spoil it just to make that joke funny. Here's the thing.
Okay with that.
This has been a week of firsts. We've had both Bibiani and Barbarian on at the same time replaying their match. Last night we had a player and their manager on at the same time for the first time. So you know what? Tonight would be a good night to do something like that for the first time as well. So if anyone wants to spoil it.
The other first tonight is tonight's the first time that we've had Eric Zipper back.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah,
that is true. Good call there.
The last word of that sentence made it accurate.
Yeah. Let's get this started because
okay.
Oh, I'm eager to answer some questions. Oh.
There we go.
Oh, this is like what, the 5th time you've seen this today?
The 3rd. But in the breakdown with C2A, we didn't do any of the promos or the post-match stuff or any of that. And I'm actually the promos in this one are pretty great.
What a absolute crazy tournament.
That's right. We serve a unique product
so
here.
Far, and what a match we have in store today.
We do everything.
Harloff, joined as always by my
Molly moved to another position.
Carrots Ellis. Mark, this is a match here. Look, most people thought once
Molly's like, I got this whole couch to myself now.
Here.
What if Molly was in a coma and Ellis is just like moving her limp, comatose body in different places? That's dark.
Not only
it's like Rowdy from Scrubs, that stuff.
Around.
That's right, Christian. And maybe
Rowdy, which channel you're on?
That we'd say Ethan going up against Zipper. This is going to be Ethan's win unless Zipper is playing an inner.
The way to the Cinefanatics heart. Make a Scrubs reference.
This is a guy who understands better, knows how to.
You would think it would be movie trivia or even like food, which it usually is food, obviously.
He is proving so
but
far in this tournament. The only problem he has, Christian, is it to borrow a character from Inner Geekdom lore.
Well, you know,
he's running up against.
I try to make all the right references, but I'm no Superman, so
it's a great call because see, Ethan came in here
dumb.
and he's just so cool and calm about it.
Now I'm just gonna have that song stuck in my head for the rest of this.
Right? And he's just too much. He's just too much for.
Look, if you try to reach our hearts any other way, you're wrong.
Away as he just kept answering question after question after question and wound up winning.
That's as far as I wanted to take that
quote. Has been improving from the second he entered this league. Eric Zipper was the strongest member of.
I hate when they.
Then he moved on.
Show like old matches from a few years ago with me and Winston because I was in such better shape.
He won his first match against Haley Fauci. He had that heartbreaking loss against
those in the before times.
The before times, yep. When I still went places and did things.
He is a really sneaky player.
When I was active and walking to places outside of my home.
Watch out for Zipper. This guy's the goods.
It's the ghost of Schmoedown past once again because you.
Billy Peltzer. That was
hey, I'm going to give you this
Gremlins.
crushing loss. But look at how these other Schmoedown competitors have handled a crushing loss.
Yeah.
They've been able to not only bounce.
That's always a fun game too, trying to figure out Ellis's name references.
Going forward.
Oh, the one last night was like rough.
Every time you play the movie tribute,
and I forgot what it was already.
Was that Eddie something or other?
Eddie and the Cruisers.
I'm not really to make predictions, but it's always tough to bet against Ethan Erwin. When he's on his game, when he gets a nice spin from the wheel, a nice 5-pointer, he might recognize.
Tyler, Z-Man, Z1000, Live Kaiser Crew.
For both of these factions here in the Usual Suspects and the dungeon.
Andres is saying, I won't watch matches at the tournament. Spoiling it now.
So they need Sam needs it.
We know where your heart's at.
So we're going to find out exactly how we got here today.
Here we go.
And your winner,
I haven't seen Stacy in a while.
Sassy Stacy.
Sure.
Howard.
I really care about this game, and I really know that I have it in me to play at a level higher than I've been playing.
We can't be beat. I can't be beat right now.
Watch out for Zipper. This kid's training. He's hungry, and he's mean.
I really hope we get a piece of that Dickie Duke Kalinowski because there's nothing I like more than beating corruption.
I didn't lose to Mike Kalinowski today, and in my singles match, I didn't lose to Stacey Howard.
I'm just happy that we still have a whole season ahead of us for Zip to show what he can do.
This music choice is great.
Right?
And your winner,
Nerd Chronic's the best.
Dude, what a story from Eric Zipper.
What you saw from Eric Zipper is like what you hope to see in the movie trivia Schmoedown. Somebody who takes it so seriously, put in so much work. The man could barely speak.
Zipper, I'm actually impressed that you would willingly come into this match.
Look, what can I say about Eric Zipper? He's the Z-Man.
It's a tournament, Sam. That's how it works.
He's grown so much since he first started playing.
He's a strange man, sometimes an angry man.
People want to say
he was like in a hospital at some point.
Players in this game, but the chillest player in this game. I'm on a couch. I'm sitting. I'm relaxing. I'm watching movies.
Is he a little scary? Definitely scarier than the guy that when he first came on the scene, for sure.
Bring on Ethan. You know, I TKO.
Oh, I gotta go grab that green screen footage right there.
I'm a great player.
I guess I'd like to say good luck to him.
You know, there's only going to be a couple probably asked about Inner Geekdom movies, so I got news for you. Ethan knows those pretty well, too.
People are acting like this is going to be an easy victory for him, but I'm not worried about it. Do I seem worried? Why? Do I seem worried?
I firmly believe that he will take down Ethan Big Toe Erwin and his
big-winded manager.
Casino.
Just walking through a
It
casino.
could happen. It won't happen, but it could happen. Ethan is a man on a mission.
I'm chill. I'm relaxed. Look, I'm chilling on a different couch now than I was before. I have multiple couches.
I'm really excited to play against Eric Zipper, the C-Man. He's come a long way, and let's see. Maybe he's come far enough to beat me.
Cool. So he knows about movies. Guess who else knows about movies? This guy, Eric Zipper. He TKO'd Paul Preston.
You know what I'm expecting from the Z-Man when it's game time is a swift kick to the groin.
Now I'm relaxing on my balcony outside. I'm chill. Everything's fine.
Have fun studying more movies after this, once you're out of the tournament. I don't know if that was clear or not. You're going to lose today, and Ethan is going to win. I got to go. My chicken's done.
I TKO'd Paul Preston. I'm relaxed. I'm gonna do great. It's gonna be fine. Leave me alone. I had a lot of fun with that one.
That's the thing. So because of the whole virtual setup and people like the competitors basically filming their own
look, it's exactly what we said.
promos,
Both factions
we've
really
gotten
need to
some
win.
great stuff
You
out
have
of this.
Both big. This is Eric Zipper is the
I
big
mean,
gun.
the one before.
And
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
clearly Ethan Erwin is the big gun for the.
There you're saying the fact that Kaiser
He's been getting points from him.
Just the fact that he gets to shoot his promos in an empty Vegas casino is delightful to me.
Yeah.
Excited to talk to the manager too, because
like,
when you have
the
Sam
promos we had before, everyone was always just standing in front of the green screen. It was the same setup. Everyone's in front of that green screen. You're completely relying on what are you saying? Which there's only so many ways you can say, I'm going to beat you. I'm going to beat you, and then I'm going to beat everyone else, and I'm going to rule the day.
That's
Like,
real.
there's so many ways you could do that. Here, you're like, oh, now I'm on this couch.
Excuse me, John.
I was like, oh yeah, I can do different locations.
Yeah.
Oh, is it National Dungeon Day? What do you got there? You got toothpicks or pepper spray?
Oh, he's going to do a Rain Man impression.
This National Dungeon Day is brought to you by L'Elegance toothpicks. When you want to be elegant, reach for an Elegance.
All right, so I guess that's our new sponsor. All right, let's start with you there. You know what? I'm not starting with you.
Classic Kaiser.
Andres,
So
when
it comes down to
Like 100%. I feel like that's gonna happen at this point, right? Like everybody wants that. Who doesn't want that?
Match against Snyder. He was not under your tutelage back
I've seen people like trying to like, hey, I recommend this person too, and like I've seen people recommended that should absolutely deserve it, just not for this season.
Yeah.
Ethan right now.
Yeah. Also, Eric's job is to make us look cool. Us like weird movie nerds, like, and he makes us look like we are much cooler than we are. He's amazing.
The other day I watched a great.
Yeah, I know how hard that is because we try to make ourselves look cool. It's hit or miss any given day.
95%.
I need another light.
There you go.
I need a light like over here because this is all dark. So,
I need a new face.
So easy. And that's the kind of
Go.
player that
Yeah, you do.
He gets these pulls. He gets locked in to movie trivia in a way where he makes
Sam.
it look like he's just rattling things off his head, just making a to-do list for that morning.
I do kind of wish that like every manager was given like a green screen or something, and like they could do kind of like the same kind of setup.
It's such
Like this with their faction background.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Just have like consistency with all the managers.
Yeah. You mean Kaiser's Las Vegas hotel room doesn't have the same air of professionalism? Like, come on.
Yeah, and that's why I say that trepidatiously, because kind of want to keep the Vegas hotel room also.
Taking down one of the current Goliaths of the Schmoedown.
Well, first of all, I think I should just remind everybody and give everybody a personal update. I'm in Vegas still. I literally lost my shirt. So, but you know, the thing about Zipper is he's in good shape. I mean,
how long has he been in Vegas?
A while, at least a month, I think. But he's not there for much longer. He's coming back to LA soon.
Does he have family that lives there? Or?
It was work stuff.
Okay.
congratulate Sam.
Yeah.
Because Sam.
Because it would not surprise me. Kaiser, kayfabe aside, he actually is the type of person that I was suspecting. Like, yeah, there's a pandemic. I'm just gonna go to Vegas.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I would honestly be surprised if Gucci wasn't with him if that was the case.
Just off camera at all times.
Kaiser and Gucci doing Vegas during a pandemic. If nothing else sounds more correct.
Yeah.
That would have been the best YouTube channel ever. Like if the two of them went there and were vlogging, that would have been great.
Pretty on brand.
Yeah, you both went obviously very badly here.
Kaiser and Gucci vlogging in Vegas would be like, suck it, Casey Neistat.
I don't think Vegas could handle it. I don't think Vegas would survive Kaiser and Gucci being there at the same time.
Is Subway ever gonna get here or what?
As long as I get to get a foot long too. If you get me a $5 foot long, if you get me lunch, I will drive lunch.
To disappoint you, they're actually like 11.5. They're not really a foot long.
I don't eat ham.
Right. The math wasn't very good on that. You lose more money on the gas than you would delivering that stuff.
Yeah, Vegas is a long drive comes back from Vegas. The question is it just me, or did it seem like the managers are, to borrow a term from you, grasping at straws because they know that one of them it's their last time getting to have that sort of exchange-free show in this tournament?
They both know. Look, the dungeon and the suspects.
Oh, are y'all both like the last ones out of the factions?
Mm-hmm.
Ethan Erwin, and the fact that they're going to be in teams also, and maybe there's a couple of undercard matches that could be their way. They still have a shot,
but no pressure.
If you lose here today, then they're probably
which factions are already out of this thing.
So they're both in.
They're both
in dire straits, and they know it. So this is a big match for.
Why is the jacket so far deep into my photo reel?
I'm ready to go. If you
I've got it up right now, but I really can't tell.
Look like I'm living in quarantine under a pandemic. Let's do it.
Let me see.
Corruption's still good.
The movie trivia Schmoedown.
Because there are 8 players left right after this match.
Maybe the Finn Stock Exchange still has one in.
With a record of 2 wins.
Yeah, they got Riley.
One defeat and one
Swag has Liz.
He is
Finstock's got Riley.
the Seaman Zipper. Eric Zipper.
Hey guys.
The man, is that your good luck shirt now?
Yeah, I think it is.
Magneto.
Look, man, this is
Magneto was right.
from conversations that you and I have had in the
You're
past
starting to
about
strike me that like you're the type of person that absolutely refuses to wear a t-shirt unless it has some kind of a comic book reference on it.
I have a couple of plain shirts, but I would say a solid 85 to 90% of my shirts have a cartoon or comic book reference on them.
Well, so let's be honest. That blue shirt you're wearing right now, you bought it in preparation to send it off to get the Superman shield stuck on it.
Yeah, because I definitely need a 4th Superman shirt.
Absolutely.
Are we wearing the same shirt?
Do I look crushed? We might be a blue V-neck from Target.
It's not Target. I think mine's
I feel like maybe close enough.
mine H&M.
And then
Zippers is brighter too.
I'm fine, man. I'm here in singles. I'm here to stay. This is where I belong.
I think mine was
all my
$5.
matches with a dog.
Oh, so you have the dog chilling on the couch also.
It's Draco's dog, Frederick, but he's a good boy.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. I forgot. I keep forgetting that you and Andreco live together.
And play it as it comes. But you today, you're confident that there is no panic in you, that there's just gamesmanship, ability, and movie trivia know-how.
Exactly. The reminder is there in case I need it. But today, I don't feel like I'm going to panic. I'm on a couch. I've got a dog. I'm good to go.
Look at the dog looked up really? You can rely on me?
I'm pretty sure he stays there the entire match.
In general, Schmoedown, he's been showing that reputation this season.
So Quirky Mercs still have Bibiani and Brendan. Rockstar still have Snyder. Finstock still has Riley.
Your dungeon mate, Vinny Mancuso. And he had it wasn't an easy victory, but it was a victory against Jeff Snyder. So
Den still has Tom, right?
Den still has Tom.
You just say, okay, I know what this guy brings. Let's do it.
Corruption's still got Collins.
He's an incredible player, but I know better than anyone that everybody's loved.
Let's see.
The Droogs? Are the Droogs the only faction that's out?
Yeah, drinks are completely
I
out.
respect Ethan as a player usually, and I really respect Sam as a manager usually. But today, they're nothing but hamburger.
So
Mercs are the only still have like I think multiple players in it.
You just at least
whoever wins this is taking on Tom.
We're going to remove
Yes.
you into the waiting room.
Oof.
Yeah. Right?
It doesn't get easier.
They gave me a nice, easy path to the finals, right? Like, I just have to beat Paul Preston, Ethan Erwin, Tom, and whoever comes out of the bottom bracket, either Snyder or Riley. It's fine, right? Piece of cake, no problem.
Champion of the world, Ethan, big time Erwin.
Ethan, big time Erwin. Dude, this is the kind of the same thing that I
Always
was saying
be
last
chill.
time that you were here. It's
He's so chill. It's so intimidating.
Roll match last time, and now you're coming off of a more kind of relaxed.
He has his own action figure. Doesn't seem fair.
It helped to have that balance, to have a match like Merle, and then have a kind of a.
I would be chill like that if it wasn't for the fact that essentially I'm hosting the show.
See some of these.
So I have to be like
pass.
I mean, it was nice to
the whole time.
my rebound. Yeah, it was nice to get back into things, and I am.
Just
I'm
want to sit back
excited
and
for
answer
Zipper.
movie trivia questions. That would be fun.
Improved a lot. I think it'll be good. But yeah, no, Vinny.
Do you guys have whiteboards?
You think?
Yep.
It's good for me emotionally, psychologically.
Yep.
I need to get one of my own because I just borrow Mark's every time.
The world, Robert Downey Jr., Jamie Foxx, myself.
Just
James
fine unless
Stewart.
you actually have
When
to
you
play
look
him at some
Eric
point.
Zipper, he doesn't quite have the
Yeah,
star
that's
to
true.
it.
Yeah.
Yes, but made his way in the inner geekdom. So have you been?
Maybe I'll just sit right next to each other. Just share the same camera, and you just like
There you go.
the edge.
We were actually talking about that, about how cool it would be to if the two of us were to make it to the finals, just so we could actually do an in-person match in our apartment.
Yeah.
I definitely got a little.
Just get a table and try to set it up like the table you sit at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be awesome.
Here. All right, so we're gonna remove Ethan just for a second. Bring back Zipper. Bring back.
Andres says, "I got mine ready." We can't see your whiteboard in the chat,
But it's ready. He's ready.
but it's ready. Nice to know it's ready.
The field of competition is going to hear 8 questions.
He's ready to jump back in whenever the time comes. You know, maybe
Worth 1 point. There's no
horror
point.
free for all,
There's no
or
stealing,
you know,
at least not in round number
Horror
1.
free for all would be good.
horror free for all.
Let me ask you a question. You have 15 seconds.
That's gonna be wild. That horror free for all.
I want to be a part of a horror free for all so bad.
Once we ask you by name, please.
Like
reveal
anytime there's a horror anything, I'm like itching at the chance to like answer and play. And
which of the JTE throughout the duration.
You got to make sure that you're really enunciating the horror there, because if you're itching for something,
I'm itching for horror. Horror.
And then we'll bring
or what?
that said challenge.
Yeah. Maybe you need a penicillin shot. Maybe just say. I can't. I'm allergic to penicillin. I'm just screwed. Wait, no, that's still
really will be itching.
Find out for sure. Ethan, are you ready?
Always be closing.
Zip, are you ready?
This is such a family-friendly channel.
Sir, I'm not sure if that was a yes.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown.
Round number 1. Question number 1 in the realm of action adventure.
No.
Uno. Actor stars as a U.S. Army officer who goes rogue as he hunts for weapons of mass destruction in the 2010 film.
This is a very
Why is
forgettable movie.
Yeah, why is it that I remember this?
Dog is gonna move.
It is the most middle of the road 2010 thriller.
I don't even think I saw this movie, and I
No, I barely remember this movie was made, but I only see one face. When I saw the word Green Zone, I only thought of one face.
Yes, sir. Zipper?
Said Leonardo DiCaprio. I think I was mixing it up with Body of Lies.
Matt, yeah.
And you guys both did it.
Matt
Just a reminder,
Damon.
Please keep your hands up after you write it down.
Yeah.
You both did it.
That makes sense.
Number 2.
Yeah, I think we
They're the same movie. They're basically the same.
And I don't remember anything that happened in Body of Lies.
No one does.
Yeah.
Family films. The question.
I know I've seen
You'll
it. I just,
find 5 golden tickets hidden in candy bars in what 2000?
That's a good question.
This is PJ trying to be tricky.
Question, go. If you don't say Snickers, you are wrong.
I was just about to say it, but you cut me off, so forget it.
Oh, I need 20 seconds to write this out.
Hello, guy. I was pretty big.
Yeah, seriously.
My handwriting's not good.
Can I get a repeat, please?
Yeah, first one.
Is that what you did?
Yeah, I needed the time.
Fine.
It's too many words.
Either one of the titles, whether the original or this one, yeah, that's a long title.
Original would actually be longer.
Yeah.
The original is longer because we know what it is. You're actually saying Willy Wonka in
Right.
the original. Well,
Yeah,
this one-
that's as you will shortly see, that's exactly what happened. Is
Down and start
I wrote the wrong one, and
Oh, you got Willy Wonka?
Yeah, I got in my head about it.
That
I
is
got them mixed up. Which one was?
Yeah, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
Bucket.
0.
Yeah, not a great start. Not a great start to the match, but it's fine.
TJ Campbell's
Everything's
face,
fine.
Exactly what he
I
was trying to
still
do.
like, again, round one is just a, hey, I'm here to answer movie trivia questions.
The
Stretch it out.
next question.
Yeah.
Question number 3.
If you can leave round one with a point difference that's lower than like 4, you're fine. You know, anything can happen. Like
screenplay.
Yeah.
All right, since we're already
Here
sponsored
comes the
by
story.
Don's Toothpicks, I looked this up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So when I was a kid, I looked exactly like Shia LaBeouf at the time that he was on Even Stevens. And so people would stop me all the time and say, "Are you that kid from Even Stevens?" And I grew to hate him. And then years later, I knew some people that knew him and just like heard stories and just decided I couldn't stand Shia LaBeouf's face. But I begrudgingly admit that he has become a pretty good actor. He's pretty good in some things, including Honey Boy. Honey Boy is a weird movie because it's like we're watching a Shia LaBeouf therapy session.
I've not seen that yet, but I've heard it was really good.
He wrote it about his dad and then plays his dad.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like his like childhood or something, and
Yeah. It's good. It's really honest and it's good. But there's just I have a barrier with him. Even in a good movie, when I'm watching it, I just want to punch him and I just can't get past it.
so you had like an extra reason to not like Transformers.
Yeah, not that I needed another reason.
Oh, good Lord, that movie was bad. Well, the first one was tolerable.
With Ethan.
Yeah, it's okay. But
Did you really?
Yeah, Shia LaBeouf, or however you.
Shia the Beef.
Shia LaBeouf.
Well, we get to speculate on the meantime. Your next category is in the world of directors. And the question: who directed 4 films in the Fast and
Actual
Furious
cannibal. Shia LaBeouf.
franchise?
Yes.
And Fast and Furious.
Dang it! I can't spell his name.
But now, 10 years ago, I wouldn't have wanted to, but today I do. But I haven't heard Zipper stories, so maybe I don't. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and Eric Zipper.
Justin Lin.
Yes, and Ethan.
Justin Lin.
Yep.
Yay,
Ethan.
Justin Lin. Justin
4-2
Lin.
lead. Zipper starting to make a little bit of a run here as we get 4-2 as we get to
Justin Lin. My way.
fantasy sci-fi. Who plays the Kurgan, Connor's nemesis in 6's Highlander?
Well, I was doing good.
I love this actor. He's one of my favorite
Yes,
character actors.
and my brother knows who he is too.
Fine. He was outside talking.
You
on the
just might
phone.
not know the Kurgan, but
Think
yeah.
about his voice. Think about a dude with the deepest, coolest voice.
yeah, I love this guy also.
Down.
Easily one of the best Lex Luthors of all time.
Ah, dang it.
Question. This is Ethan.
Clancy Brown.
Yes. Zip.
Clancy Brown.
That is correct.
Yeah.
5.
Clancy Brown.
Next
Yeah,
question.
no.
All right, next category is in the world of
Well,
comedy.
out of the two of us, there can only be one.
And
Hey,
Ice Cube and Cedric the Entertainer. In what?
Why do I know this?
2 films?
Ice Cube and Cedric the Entertainer.
I was really,
Never
yeah,
actually
this,
had a chicken stick. They were just always
this
kind
question.
of around.
Yeah.
Never actually imbibed one.
the answer I gave, I kind of knew was wrong. And then as soon as they said the right one, I was like, oh, yeah, duh, obviously.
Down. Zip.
Well, they gave him the Fantastic Four movies, and I was like, wait, he's the one who did Barbershop. Like, really?
Barbershop.
Yeah.
Barbershop.
Barbershop.
So,
Unfortunately, Ethan gave the same wrong answer as me, so that validates me a little bit.
I agree for this question. All right, here it is. Horror/thriller. Which actor starred in the horror films Sinister and
one of y'all better get this.
Wait, what? Why only one of us?
No, one of either
one of
Zipper
them
or Ethan better get this.
And
I don't know where my head was at. Yeah, one of them.
3,
Yeah,
2, 1. Pens
at
down.
least one of y'all.
Ethan Hawke.
Yes.
There you go.
My favorite Ethan Hawke.
Ayo.
nice little jab.
Ethan Hawke.
4 as we get to question.
You know, had to get
a tad possible.
well, a little bit of
It's always fun when
Yeah, jab in there.
it just
Yeah.
falls in your lap. I love it.
yeah, exactly.
McAvoy voices Nomeo. Which actress?
Oh, no.
voices Juliet?
Yeah, a Romeo and Juliet question.
I have no idea.
I love inexplicably poo-pooed. Okay, now.
Who?
There's only one name hitting my head, and I know it's not her
4, 3,
because she's in Trolls.
2, 1. Pens down, please. And Zip.
I don't know.
Bell.
That is incorrect.
It's a good
I
guess.
have no idea. I said Anne Hathaway.
Also a
we're
good guess.
blunt.
I said Anne Hathaway.
I said Anna Kendrick.
6.
Oh, also a good guess.
4, and now we're gonna
They
bring
said Emily Blunt.
the manager in.
Yep.
And
Yep. I do love Emily Blunt.
Quick
Almost a perfect round.
Jackson.
Freaking Nomeo. Juliet.
thanks a lot.
Oh, that's a good place.
Still will probably never watch that movie.
It's weird to me that one of my 5 points was the horror
All right.
category.
As Christian still recovers from that Nomeo and Juliet
Hey.
question.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be.
And in round number
Everyone loves Ethan Hawke.
My accuracy on horror
It
is
carries just as much weight in the Schmoedown because you
How's your Ethan Hawke accuracy?
Order.
question.
Yeah.
2 points. There's no penalty.
You're learning horror through osmosis here.
available in round number 2. So
Jones?
The answer, ask us for multiple choice.
No, not Osmosis Jones. That wasn't a horror movie.
At that
Yes,
time,
it was.
value the
That was
question.
Chris Rock, and not Will Smith, as we stated the other night.
And Bill Murray.
Erwin gets to choose whether he'd
Yeah.
like to spin first or defer to his
Had to
opponent.
stop and pet the dog for luck, you know.
Oh yeah, always.
Remove
It's very fair.
Zipper.
Actually
and
makes the match
Roger,
very
so you get 60 seconds
unfair.
to decide starting.
You had an advantage.
First off, can you believe that Ellis's favorite Eric isn't Stoltz? I am shocked. Shocked. Anyway, we'll get to that later. First off, great first round, man.
That's funny.
Not a great first round for me, but you know, 2 points is nothing.
Shake him off.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
also
We're
that's
thinking,
definitely also
how
like
do you
not
feel
one of
about the
Ethan's
wheel?
best first rounds either.
I think it's
No.
I'm frankly,
So-
there's nothing.
And looking at it from a strategy standpoint, he didn't get a perfect round. So there's a little bit of him that is going into round two a little rattled that he didn't get as many questions as he thought he probably should.
Here it is.
About as rattled as Ethan can get.
Yeah.
Good spinning. Good spin.
Thank you.
But yeah, no, I mean, like against Irwin, 2 points is still not bad.
No.
Coming around, it looks like it could be
Hey.
Oh, opponent's choice.
And
Yeah.
that's helpful too, or at least it could be.
Yeah.
We're going to remove.
Is Disney movies on?
Yeah.
Bring back Zipper, and you got 60.
Oh,
seconds.
Inner Geekdom. Inner Geekdom. I wonder how good Ethan is at Inner Geekdom questions.
You can
Well,
steal some energy from too.
And you can
You
take
are-
those.
You are about to find out.
Oh, that's what you want. Okay.
That's what I gave him. Potentially get.
Look at us.
I was torn. I was torn on that wheel between giving him Inner Geekdom or Pixar. But,
I would I would have said Pixar would probably be good against Ethan also.
Yeah.
All right, you're gonna
I've been in like on a real Pixar kick lately, so I think I kind of wanted it on there for myself, just because I've been in like in a zone.
Ethan
Yeah.
Erwin. Ethan, you are going to get the category of IG.
Great.
And-
That's inner geekdom.
Correct. Inner Geekdom. And you'll get questions in the realm.
See how this
of
plays
Inner
out.
Geekdom.
Right?
I am.
All right, here you go. Here's question number 1. What is the first film in the Star
Pretty,
Wars?
pretty,
Empire
pretty
Strikes Back.
softball first Inner Geekdom question.
That would be the Empire Strikes Back.
For 2 points.
You're like, dang it, come on.
I'm sitting here like, I'm like, okay, start thinking of all the droids. No.
The Lord of Thunder in Thor Ragnarok.
It's the Game Master.
I like this question.
Yeah.
I just want to say, I would have gone 8 out of 8 with Ethan's IG questions.
Grandmaster. Ooh, I would have just gotten it wrong.
Yeah, you said Game Master.
I said Game Master.
The Dungeon Master.
It's another character, but
Valkyrie.
It's incorrect. Zipper, for the steal, what character can refers to Thor as the Lord of Thunder in Thor Ragnarok? Is it A, the Grand Master, B, Hulk, C, Valkyrie, or D, Loki?
A, the Grand Master.
For 1 point, Zipper gets the steal.
Aha, there it is.
Good job.
Appears as Ms. B.
This question.
Oh, Batman and Robin.
It's
Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
Ooh, always giving me the cold shoulder. Yeah. So stupid.
Oh my gosh, that name is terrible.
Misbehaving, yeah.
Oh god. So
it's Batman and Robin. What do you expect?
A corrupt Spartan politician in 300.
That I don't know.
Dominic West.
Yep.
2 more points. Ethan Erwin has a nice round.
He got Batman and Robin on that?
Yeah.
From Zipper, and it is 12-5 as we now.
He went 6 out of 8 on IG. That's
and you're gonna get 60 more.
Pretty good.
You got the steal. I mean, it's
got 1 steal. Getting even 1 steal off of Ethan is like, I'll take it. Like that's a win.
Man, that skin cream is working. You're glowing. You're shining. You're in the zone. I like where your head's at, pal.
Thanks, man. I feel good. 7 points is, that's totally doable.
I mean,
so.
you get them all right, you
We
could
win
be
this-
ahead
win this
going to round
one.
3.
A lot of dog chow for that.
It
that
could
dog.
happen.
Still over your shoulder.
He's right here. He's a good boy.
That's the fun of this. You clearly already know what happened, and I'm sort of like, well, hey,
you never know. I mean, I do, but you never know.
That's actually kind of one of the things. Like, so when we came up with the idea of like, hey, let's do essentially a reaction, but let's get see if we could get the competitors on. I was like, the part of me is like, we're going into this asking the competitors to come on like blindly, not knowing if they're winning or losing, and we're like, hey, would you like to be a part of it? And you're like, well, I lost my match, so no, I don't want to rewatch it.
Right.
But we've had a very good share of people who win, people who lose. And it's a huge testament to people who lose their match to come on and still talk about it. Because at the end, it's still the love of the game. You win some, you lose some, but at the end, you still love the game. And that's why people are always eager to talk about it. Yeah, there's that too. Yes.
Yep. Put it in the hands of choice. I spun away from action adventure because it just seemed a little too broad. But
you're gonna get
the universe didn't care.
The Wheel of Fate.
Moving Kaiser, and we're gonna bring back Ethan Erwin. All right. So now Zip is going to get 4 questions.
Because that's one of those that Ethan could definitely know some things too. So if you miss it, there's fear of actual steals happening there.
Yeah.
Well, it's one multiple choice. And your first query is: in John Carpenter's They Live, Roddy Piper plays a dripping
God, that scene is so good.
What
that alley fight?
Yes, like it's a 5-minute long, like perfectly choreographed fight.
It's so good. Just 2 grown men beating each other up about whether or not one will put on sunglasses.
By his father.
Stifler.
Stifler is correct for 2 more points.
Wait,
he heard you.
He heard you.
I almost feel like these are like the They Live sunglasses.
Film in Richmond, Virginia during the Civil War, as the ironclad CSS Texas attempts to escape Union soldiers.
Jeez.
Yeah. Let's go multiple choice.
Okay.
Oof.
Is it A, Sahara, B, The Finest Hours,
Finest
C,
Hours.
The Mummy Returns, or D, National Treasure?
It's not Mummy Returns.
That's a nice guess
Huh?
if it was for a point.
Sahara.
Yep.
All right.
Because I knew Sahara was about a Civil War ship, but it wasn't until I heard the multiple choice. Like I just I don't know. It just didn't occur to me until I heard it. And I was like, oh yeah, that forgettable movie.
Which Mission Impossible film has Tom Cruise trying to stop
That's Mission Impossible
virus
2?
known as Chimera from going global?
This is one of those questions where it's like, it's tricky because multiple choice is useless.
Yeah.
Because they will give me 4 out of 6 Mission Impossible movies. Let me
Yeah.
get a repeat.
It's Mission Impossible 2.
Which Mission Impossible film?
I was torn between 2 and Fallout. Because doesn't Fallout also involve a virus, or am I imagining that?
3 does. I
No,
think
3 involves the rabbit's foot, the weird little unknown red thing.
Yeah. See, I was just questioning between 2 and 3, but yeah, now that you said that, 3 is the rabbit's foot. So yeah, number 2.
50-50. He took the right pill, Christian. That is
There you go. Ooh.
I can't remember what.
As he ties up the game here.
Ooh.
Those movies have like the most useless like MacGuffins ever.
Yeah, but they're so good. Apart from the second one, they're all amazing. And the second one is like whatever, it's fine. But like 1 and 3 through 6 are like so good.
Number 3.
You said most useless MacGuffins ever. Are you talking about Rise of Skywalker?
Well, we need 3 numbers.
I actually kind of like the rabbit's foot. I like that we never know that it's just this weird little like red cylinder. I'm kind of into the strangeness of it.
It's worth 5 of the biggest points of
Also, it's Philip Seymour Hoffman, so you know.
You are the higher rank.
I love that this match is tied right now going into the third round.
Need to be from 20.
Right?
So which 3 numbers feel the most?
It felt good to be tied with Ethan going into round 3.
17.
Yeah, because that builds up your confidence, and then Ethan's over there just chill still.
Yeah, nothing is gonna rattle that guy. That was the main reason when Ethan was playing that match against Merle, because I think if Ethan had won, then it would have been Roca in this slot in the tournament. And I would have much rather played against Roca because you can get in Roca's head. You can't get in Ethan's head.
20.
Yeah.
Been managing this league for 2 seasons.
Roca almost did with that
I'll take
that challenge on the 60s.
Can't take one.
Oh my god.
Take 15.
That challenge, don't even get me started on that challenge.
That seems to be what a lot of people have to say about that.
Now, Ethan,
Don't get me started on that.
17-1. All right,
Talk about that challenge.
Ethan,
We all knew what he meant.
guys
Yeah.
now for 60 seconds starting now.
No one has ever said the 60s and meant the 1860s or
Erwin,
You know all the films from the 1860s?
you know.
you say about Erwin. I mean, Erwin, I just want you to know one thing. Next year's free agency. So if you're not
it's like a
happy
flip
with
book.
this guy over here, Walter, give me a call.
You said, what can you say about Erwin? And honestly, I think you can say that he might be the best player in the league. And guess who's tied with him right now? So
Next Dan Merle. So let's let it rip.
Flex. Yes.
I was feeling pretty good.
Go on.
Do it.
60 seconds.
This is one of those that like I hear a lot of people say like you win, that's it. But
You got 3 innings.
there's definitely like even if you don't win, but you come like really close, that's still bragging rights.
Yeah, I think that there is something to be said. You know, a lot of people do just remember the wins, but I definitely feel that there's something to be said for just going toe to toe with some of the best in the game. You know, like you go into a match, you play, and if you feel good about it, you feel good about it. You know, and
Let's bring it home.
I didn't feel that good about round 1, but I feel good overall about my performance in this match.
Yeah. And I like what Sam did there too, because it's like you're sitting there bragging after Ethan had opponent's choice. That's he got 6 out of 8 points on his opponent's choice. It's not. He didn't do bad still. Like, I'm gonna continue to brag. He still did pretty good.
Now, if you get opponent's choice and then you got spinner's choice and you're still tied after that, maybe I could see like something didn't go right there.
Sure,
but
that's a funny little anecdote.
John Kaiser. All right, now
I'm gonna brag.
Going to bring up.
He missed one question,
and Zipper is going to go first here.
And I got that steal.
Oh, he chose number 15. Zip chose 15.
Though I wish he hadn't gone to multiple on that one, because then I'd have been up 1.
Category of new release. Okay. New releases. All right, here you go. For your 2-pointer, new releases. Which actor plays Sheriff Tom Wachowski?
Jason Marsden or James Marsden.
Sonic.
There you go.
Sonic
James
the
Marsden.
Hedgehog.
James Marsden.
For 2 points. Zipper takes
All the new
second.
release questions are about Sonic.
Ethan Erwin.
Yeah.
When are we getting the Sonic the Hedgehog exhibition match?
John Elway.
Yeah.
Joe Thought. And it's also Disney movie.
The next new release exhibition match.
And the tie.
It's all Sonic questions. Maybe a way back question in there. That's about it.
Who plays hockey coach Gordon Bombay?
Oh,
in
Emilio Estevez.
Emilio!
The Mighty Duck Man.
Quack, 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 quack.
Category 3. That would be the category of thriller films. Thriller. All right, here it is. Thriller. 3 points for Eric Zipper. Here it is.
Back and forth.
Right.
Love these.
And who starred as the villainous Bernie Rose in the 2011 crime thriller Drive?
Not Ryan Gosling.
No, he was the hero of that movie.
3 points. Zipper
Who was
ties
it?
up.
Albert Brooks.
We'll get to Ethan's 3-pointer, and Ethan.
Where he gets that terrifying moment where he shakes Bryan Cranston's hand and then like takes the razor and it's just like the chillest murder of all time.
This is a similar category.
Oofa.
Ethan,
He's so scary in that movie.
What are the chances? I'm ready.
for your 3-point question. And
This is a really good match.
Right? It's a slugfest, and that's all I wanted.
Called The Craigle.
The Lego movie.
Lego movie.
Animated film.
The Lego movie.
We're tied once again.
It is a tie game, 17-17. And now, Zipper chose number 9.
I'd approach that by saying that's a 2-pointer for me.
Then he's going to put the pressure on Ethan to hit it.
Yeah, highlight for the for me part.
To win it.
Where did you guys fall on the Lucas Black controversy?
Oh, we got it.
Zip,
We knew it.
Yeah, right? Thank you. Thank you.
Brad Pitt.
I think I can see the argument for being a 3-pointer, but I think it's fine as a 2-pointer. He's the lead of the movie. Like,
yeah.
Cynthia Baum, Mark's wife.
Oh.
Big Short.
Shoot.
This movie washed right over me. It was fine, but it was so middle of the road for me that I forgot it pretty much immediately. And I love this actress, but she's like 10th billed in this movie, and she deserves better than these boring, like, supportive wife roles.
Last one. Here it is.
I know Margot Robbie's in the movie, but I think she just plays like she's doing one of the throwaway parts where she's explaining the housing market.
She's
just playing herself in a bathtub.
Yeah.
Which, you know, if you're going to make a movie where the whole goal is to, like, educate me, don't pander to me by being like, you're only going to understand this if Margot Robbie in a bathtub explains it to you. It's like, come on.
At the same time, though, my ability to understand the housing market was much better received by Margot Robbie in a bathtub.
Sure.
Sudden death here. Mark,
I'm torn here. I mean,
that was a good. You guessed Rachel Weisz.
Yeah, I was just trying to think of an actress in that like age range. I should have come up with Marissa Tomei, but the phrasing of that question too, where it was just like, who plays Mark's wife? Like,
ooh, 5-point comic book movie.
Ooh. To avoid
now, I think his 5 is easy, but you know, that's for me.
30 Days of Night.
Oh,
David
it's
Slade.
he did Hard Candy. Yeah,
Yep.
David
Slade.
Yeah.
Dang
it.
Now that one is kind of like bad luck because you're asking a producer who directed a movie,
right?
Yeah. They usually know that kind of information.
Yeah. For a 5 for Ethan, that's an easy 5, you know, like because that's his zone. But it's fine. It's okay.
Ethan, were you still stayed locked in the pocket though, which
did he produce that movie too? I mean,
since that Snyder
Have you seen 30 Days of Night? It's underrated.
Yeah.
A little.
Pretty fun.
I was shaken a little by those 2 misses in round 1.
it was like up in Alaska when it was like
Choices.
during the lunar cycle or whatever, where it was dark for the 30-40 days, and the vampires had free reign.
I feel like I left out some of these questions. I'm
Good old Danny Houston as the leader of the gross gang of vampires.
Which is great news, but it also seems like
easily the talent in the Houston family.
Really paid off of
God, don't even get me started. That whole family, it's like, come on. Like, spread it around a little. Jeez.
It absolutely was, and I would be doing.
This is mildly frustrating because, like, I know you understand that because you played this match, but we know that Ethan's gonna come back and he's always gonna win things and he's gonna do well every time. But like, this is one of those situations. Like, I really want to see the upset here,
I am so happy
just for the fun of it.
I did too.
Handsomely.
I bet you did.
Just so perfect around.
Believe it or not, I wanted to win that match.
I agree. I would have loved to win. But it's okay. You know, I had a goal for myself going into this match, which was whatever happened, make Ethan answer his 5.
Says so
Nailed it.
much about
the
caliber of who Ethan is, the amount of
goal
studying
achieved.
that he is willing to
Exactly.
do. And once again, hats off to my co-coach Rachel Cushing for coming in clutch.
Rachel gave Ethan an Inner Geekdom study sheet, apparently, to prepare for this match.
That is
smart.
Tom. Now I know it was
Which, like,
when you guys played
smart
last time.
What am I supposed to do about that?
Is there?
Yeah.
I don't believe.
I should have gone with Pixar with opponent's choice, probably, but
teams or not, you always want to pick up someone who's handed you defeat in the past.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, I would say, look, I'm not a vengeful person, but yes, there is definitely a little bit.
One of these days, like the heal button is gonna like get switched to on inside Ethan's head, and heaven help the Schmoedown.
I don't know. Can Ethan get angry? Like, can he beat like?
Before we let you go, last question.
Oh, he can get angry. You just won't like him when he gets angry.
Unpredictable competitor that we've ever seen in the movie Trivia Schmoedown. How do you study or prepare for Tom?
Don't sit like that. You're gonna hurt your back.
Very easy. You just
It's actually pretty comfortable to do that.
both eyes.
Oh, okay.
And then you got him beat. He's handicapping himself. I don't know.
I like when Sam moves like so sporadically that it throws off the keyer, and so like his hands just start glowing green for a second.
And it comes by Ethan Erwin's hands. Thank you.
Yeah, Andres is saying.
The next round.
Thanks, Andres.
Remove both Sam and Ethan. Gonna bring back.
You know, at the end of the day, the thing I want most is for the match to be good. You know what I mean? Like, for the match to be fun and good and enjoyable for people to watch.
Because you just kind of scrap toe to toe, almost taking Ethan Erwin to sudden.
I mean, you go all the way to round 5, or the 5-point question in round 3.
Performed against Big Time.
And I'm sure Christian's touching on it here, but
super feel like a loss.
I
went toe to toe.
It's like 3 ways this can go.
Best players in the
yeah, you can lose the match badly, which
harder than the other. And like
I guess that there's people out there that expect that. I don't know.
But there were people who thought I was going to get KO'd or TKO'd because people like to underestimate me. I was like, I know that.
And you never know what's going to happen because I mean, we just watched Adam Collins KO Lon, so
yeah, right.
But then there's what happened here. You go toe to toe and you almost nearly win, which is still good on you. It's not bad on you.
Absolutely,
No.
There's to lose on your 5.
There's you win, which would also be ideal, but.
Kaiser, any chance you see Zipper take a tough?
Oh yeah, I can't take it too hard.
You witness.
So that's kind of like what I was saying a little while ago. That like even if you lose like just by like that one question.
Yeah.
Just
stay tuned for the sequel. Zipper 2. He don't like you. We still have a tag team tournament coming up, I believe, unless if Harloff actually does any work other than this. Maybe we'll have a tag team tournament.
Wow.
And, who I like to consider the dungeon MVP.
I love when Kaiser and Christian go after each other. It makes me happy.
Especially if you know the behind the scenes that they've been like college like pals like
maybe we'd have
pretty much their whole life, like ever since college. They've just been
is the dungeon MVP this year as a player, a coach, a manager. So when he tags up with Zip, we're going to run through the league. If we've learned something this season, on any given Sunday, anybody can beat anybody. You just saw Zipper go toe-to-toe.
By the way, you might need to watch Any Given Sunday if you're not caught up on that.
God. There are a lot of sports movies I probably need to watch.
Bringing in other people to do his job.
Do you remember the Titans?
I do remember the Titans.
That's the big one right there. Yeah.
I
always
also
remember the Titans.
Of sports movies, I have a much bigger grasp on baseball movies than any other sport, just because those are the ones my dad watched when I was growing up.
Now he's
because he was a baseball guy.
That's the ones I've pretty much stayed away from because I'm not a baseball. I think the only baseball movies I watched were League of Their Own and Angels in the Outfield.
Not Field of Dreams?
I have not seen Field of Dreams. I've seen the piece. I've seen a lot of clips from it, so I mean, I'm familiar with all the references to it. But
yeah.
And then what's the one that had where he twisted his arm, and that was Henry Rowan Gardner, who was also a competitor in the Schmoedown.
With the big names in this league.
What's his face?
Keep doing it because it only fuels me. It only makes me.
I forgot the name of the movie and the actor. He was in American Pie.
I'm still here.
I got his character's name though, Henry Rowan Gardner. That was weird. Good job.
The Z1000 isn't going anywhere.
Look, what can you say? Except I think you're right. I think you proved to everybody here today that I think you proved it a long time ago.
He was Tara Reid's boyfriend in American Pie.
Are you still going home?
Yes, I'm gonna be stuck on this one.
I just need $45.
Which guy is that?
You received the one I
Rookie of the Year. So Rookie of the Year is the movie. Yeah.
Thanks, Andres.
Another 40.
Take it under advisement.
He's been on the Schmoedown. He's competed. He was in a team, the Garden Hosers.
The Garden Hosers,
so the dungeon, out the singles. But I think that if you're going to get knocked out of the singles tournament altogether, that's probably the way you want to do it, because nobody can look at that.
If you're going to get knocked out, might as well do it by
Thomas Ian Nicholas.
Because of that performance, you'll also
gotcha.
That was within 15 seconds, right, y'all?
Winner, cold chicken dinner.
I got it within 15 seconds. I'm good.
Yeah, close enough.
Base to maybe win a tournament with Zipper and Wit. And for Zipper and Wit, honestly, maybe they don't want to stay with the dungeon. Maybe they do, but if they don't, they have a chance to build up their star a little bit more and take offers from some of these other managers next season if they wanted to.
Hey, we've seen Witt manage his way to success, so anything is possible here in the friendly neighborhood of the Schmoedown. But I don't think the Z1000 is going to get a lot of those comments that he fuels himself with. I don't think you're going to see a lot of, Zips a mid-range, whatever it is. I think that
they changing your nickname like they changed Polyama's nickname.
I've had several nicknames at this point. I was Super Zip. I was briefly Super Fly, and then Z-Man. It's fine. I like Z1000. Z1000 is pretty good.
By having Tom and Ethan in a ring, that is going to be a clash of personalities.
Probably the tangy whip of Miracle Zip.
I mean, and not only
Gross.
But Sam Levine now is starting.
Definitely not family friendly.
Can't talk about that here.
Really paying off. Ethan is able to do some more magic.
I don't even know what that means.
And Guy.
I don't know what that means, but I know I don't like it.
Tell you when you get older.
And it doesn't look too bad. Then only Kyler will look bad.
Hey, Molly's alive.
Okay with me. So, Mark, I would like to thank you.
I like Mark actually moved in a position to where
make sure that if you haven't joined the Patreon, you really should. So much great stuff we have coming up.
Molly the Wonder Dog.
Mark's a professional.
She did a good big stretch. Molly did a good dog stretch. I love a good.
And
I'm performing.
So Mark's a professional. He knows what the audience wants.
.com/Schmoedown. We treat it like a streaming service.
It's true.
Head on over.
That guy's also just the best.
All the past exhibition matches
Mark.
and other things.
Yeah.
Don't forget, in December, we're a little bit away from it, but in December, the Schmoedown Spectacular. Number 5. It is coming up, and we are going to have a hell of an event. Thank you. Once again,
This is going to be so weird this year.
All virtual. Yeah.
It's going to be weird. It's all going to be weird. I miss the studio so much.
Yeah.
Miss it so much.
Especially now because it's not
and-
even the studio anymore. Like the Collider studio is completely shut down. So
Yeah.
it's a studio that no one has been to yet. So everyone's dreaming of studio life, and no one has seen it yet.
Yeah.
So,
it's just being in a room, like seeing friends and watching matches and having an audience that reacts when you get things right or wrong, and then going to the bar afterwards. It's all such a part of the experience that I miss a lot. But the virtual thing has its benefits. There are people who don't live in LA that can play in more matches now, which is awesome. But in general, you can't beat actually like physically being in the same room as your opponent.
Yeah.
Do you think that this match would have came out any different if that was the case? If you guys were in a studio other than a virtual fight?
I don't know. You never know. I think there are some people that definitely are still adjusting to the difference, but I've been lucky enough to play a lot of these virtual matches now. I did an exhibition match. I did a couple Inner Geekdom matches. I've done a couple singles matches. Like, I've done enough that I feel like I'm playing generally the way I would in the studio setting, but it's hard to say.
And then Ethan's over there just being chill again, like always.
Yeah. He's going to be Ethan no matter what. He's going to answer questions correctly no matter where he's doing.
He's going to do studio Ethan things or virtual Ethan things.
Yeah.
So, like I was saying before, it got close, and it's definitely not it's not a bad match at all. The fact you got that close with Ethan Erwin, top tier player there, fantastic. So kind of like a nice little hint as to what you could potentially be bringing into the teams match. But before we talk about teams matches, the one thing I want to go back to, I was also just thinking, is we mentioned earlier that whoever wins this has to take on Tom. Were you looking forward to the potential of having to take on Tom, or are you of the mindset where you're like, whoo, dodged a bullet?
No, I felt that if I could beat Ethan, I could beat Tom.
I feel like that's true.
Okay.
I feel like that's a true statement.
And also I've beaten Tom before. I mean, I was with Paul Oyama, but I've beaten him before. So obviously Tom is a scary competitor. He's great, but Ethan is much scarier to me.
Yeah. But I mean, still fantastic performance against Ethan.
Thank you. It was a slugfest, man. That was all I wanted. I just wanted a knockdown, drag out fight, and that's what we got.
That's what I like. Like, even pulling back the veil, we actually do know some sports here. I do like watching
for yourself.
Yeah. Okay. I like watching a football game where it is back and forth, touchdown, touchdown. Like, that's what makes it good. We are here in Austin, Texas, and I know the season opener that the University of Texas Longhorns had against UTEP. Exactly. It was exactly like that. It was like 50. Yeah. It was like 57-3. It was stupid. Like, UT just ruled over. I'm like, that is not a fun game to watch.
Because at a certain point, yeah, exactly. It feels preordained. At a certain point, you're like, oh, why am I even? There's nothing to be invested in. The suspense is half the point of just like being on edge and not knowing which way it's going to go. And
yeah, and at some point, you just say, let's just save everybody's time and just end the game right here. I mean, we know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But I saw like the news like the night after, and they're saying like the UT, I don't know this much about sports, but the UT running back hit a world record on like rushing yards or something like that. Well, of course he did. The other team didn't do jack squat. Whatever.
And we just lost all of our UTEP fan base.
I don't think we had any. They don't have a fan base, as you could see in the whatever. Anyways, talking back to movies, I don't know about football. Here we go. Yeah. Back in this conversation. I love it when like Mark Ellis like diverts the talk. Yeah. Diverts the talking about movies to like, and that number corresponds with such and such as number. Like, no clue, dude. I don't know who that is. Real quick, while we do have you here as well, they announced officially all the teams and the teams bracket. That was released today, which looks a lot like this. You are in a play-in match. First of all, it's been announced that your team with Adam Witt is officially called the Misfits. You're in a play-in match with the Witching Power, which, if I remember correctly, is Haley Fouch and Perry Nemiroff.
Mhm.
What are your thoughts going into that? Like, I believe also real quick, this starts November 2nd. So you got a month to prepare for this, essentially.
Yeah, got a little time. I'm a little bit torn as far as being in the play-in, just because there are some people in the tournament that I would expect to be seated lower than me and Adam. But that said, it is an opportunity for an additional win, right? It's a chance for some points and for an extra victory. So there's that. But as far as the match itself goes, I'm pretty excited because Haley and Perry are both obviously great people and great competitors.
Yeah.
I've beaten Haley before, but it was in sudden death. Her and I have very similar taste. We like a lot of the same movies. I think it is going to be a very could go either way, wheel dependent, question dependent match, right? I think if they get one of their strengths, they could be really scary. And if not, but the thing is, I also think a lot of people are really underestimating me and Adam. In our study sessions, like, I know that Adam's record does not reflect how knowledgeable he is. That guy knows movies, and we complement each other, and we're really good at helping get each other to the right answers. And in general, he's just the best. I just adore Adam Witt. So I'm we're gonna have fun either way. It's gonna be a party. It's gonna be a good time. So I'm just excited. I'm just excited for him and I to get to play, because we've known that we were going to be a team since right after the draft. So we've been waiting literally all year.
Yeah,
for a chance to do this. So I'm just excited.
So that's kind of the thing that you touch back on there, as far as Adam Witt's knowledgeable. Back when the movie guys were making their debut, everybody was like, "Oh, this team is all Paul Preston. Paul Preston knows his stuff. It's all on Paul Preston's shoulders." And then you saw them split up. You saw Adam take on his own matches, do his own thing, and we're like, "Whoa, hold on a minute."
Dauphine Delphi, yeah.
Yeah, Dulce Dauphine.
Yeah, however you pronounce it, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, that guy, he knows his stuff. He really does. And so it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good time. I'm excited. I think we could, the goal is to bust some brackets again. So.
Well, since you decided to join us here tonight, I would like to kind of help you all out and give you a little bit of inside information into that first play-in, because, any inside information you could possibly get would help. I guarantee you that they're going to put horror on the wheel during that match.
100%.
There's your inside information.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely going to have to be boning up on my horror a little.
It's wet.
You see this? This is water, and it is wet.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we'll see.
So you were talking about, I'm bringing this back up again, because one of the ones I wanted to bring up, you were talking about
crazy.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. But you were bringing up that you feel like there's some that should be lower seated, and I'm trying to remember Deception.
Yeah, Deception category 9.
Yeah.
Both of them are great, but they are rookies. You know what I mean? They're a new team. They're new players. I think just by virtue of seniority, I am a little surprised at that. And then you have Jader and Brandon, who again will probably be very good, but it's a very fresh team. And one person coming out of Inner Geekum for the first time. I don't know. I'm not trying to be disparaging to any of these other players, because everyone in this tournament belongs here.
Yeah.
Everyone in this tournament is good. I just think that I'm a little shocked that some of those rookies didn't get a lower seed.
Do you know the reasoning as to why they chose y'all's two teams over them?
No idea.
I feel like someone explained it one time, and I just can't remember what the explanation was.
I'm wondering if the seating is made up of, like, say, current standings. Say you have, like, right now you do have Adam Collins is just tearing through the singles tournament, and Marisol has done a fantastic job as well so far.
Yeah. Oh, they're both scary good. Like, don't get me wrong.
But at the same time, if that's what we're going off of, Eric, you have gone through pretty well in this tournament so far as well. And then Adam wasn't in this tournament, and I'm guessing his last one is coming off of Star Wars.
I saw someone say that it might be by team's record, just because collectively me and Adam don't have an amazing team's record. But I don't know if that's how they did it.
You don't have any team record
collectively, like him with Movie Guys and me with my 3 previous teams.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's how they did it. I have no idea. But I'm not gonna question it. It's fine. It is what it is, and it's an extra match. So bring it on.
Yeah. You might need to study that movie also.
Bring it on. I love Bring It On.
Well, then you don't need to study it.
Bring it on again. I don't know.
There you go.
God. Bring it on again, Electric Boogaloo. Hey, that's the first time. Like, I would have thought he would have taken me off the screen with that joke, but no.
It was a race. Oh,
like that.
Exactly like that.
It's just me now. I'm the
only Whipper show.
Well, there's other members of the dungeon that have experience with that. So
yeah, we did have the all Vinny Mancuso show on this channel at one point too. So
awesome.
So that was a fantastic night. We had a blackout, and Vinny was the only one on screen for a couple of minutes.
Hilarious.
I
love Vinny.
Anyways, so the bracket looks like it's going to be really good.
It's wild. I think every one of those matches is going to be good. Yeah, those are all going to be good. I mean, especially, when there's only 9 teams, it's like there's no filler here. Like, every one of these matches is going to be tense.
It's like what we were saying, like at the beginning of the Star Wars tournament, where you look at all the people who are in the Star Wars tournament, you look at all the teams that are in this, and literally anybody could win this tournament. It's any team's chance at winning here.
Yeah, so. You just don't know. And that's especially if the tournament is small. You only have to win like 3, right? Like, so you just never know. I mean, we would have to win 4 because of the plan, but still.
Yeah. So that starts on November 2nd. I'm going to take a guess that's going to start filming probably here in a couple of weeks or so.
Pretty soon, I think.
Yeah. But then we also have that horror movie free-for-all that's going to be coming at the end of October. I don't know. I don't know if that one was going to be live. That wasn't that's not a throwdown, but was it going to be done live?
I have no idea.
And
I think so, because it's a part of some Skybound thing, but
that's right. Yeah, that's right. It did have the expo on the logo for it,
which of course makes sense because they're doing probably some Walking Dead stuff in there. So
yeah. They have not announced who is all going to be playing in that match. So again, stuff you feel comfortable sharing. Do you have an inkling for potentially answering some horror movie questions?
I could. I don't think I would do horribly, but I also don't. I don't know. I like horror, but I'm not dying to be in that free for all. There are a lot of people in the Schmoedown that are bigger horror fanatics than I am. So if they were to reach out to me, I would be down. But it's not one that I'm like lobbying. Like, I gotta be in that horror free for all.
He's not dying to be in it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know.
Good night.
Later, guys.
If only they were calling for free agents in that too, because I want to be a part of the. Oh, so bad.
Yeah.
Was it Andres is saying it's going to be done live?
Okay.
Harloff said there wasn't going to be announced. Okay.
Oh, so it'll just be a surprise as people enter.
Yeah. Oh, that makes sense. That's cool.
It's a free for all.
Yeah. Eric Chan's asking, if you aren't in a horror tournament, what people would you recommend from your team?
Ooh.
Well, obviously, Video Drew.
Yeah.
Like this is her zone, you know? Like I very much hope she is in it, and because I think she will tear that horror free for all up. She's going to be awesome. So I'm excited for that.
That'd be a good one. Yeah, I don't know who else off the top of my head as far as Dungeon seems to be very IG heavy. So
in some regards, I think Vinny's a horror guy to an extent. But yeah, I don't know, you know.
Do we know?
I wonder how many people each faction gets to pick. I have no idea what the.
That's what I say. I wonder if it's even per faction.
I think they said there's like 18 competitors, so essentially, I guess 2 from each faction.
Yeah, that would make sense. It's going to be hard for the Quirky Mercs because they got at least 4 in there that could probably tear through that thing too.
But Bibiani's going to be in there.
That makes sense.
I mean, you got Bibiani, Haley, Perry, and Tim all could do pretty well in that.
Oh yeah. So we got Zipper skipping over here.
We losing him?
Internet's getting better.
It's almost there.
Almost there. So while we wait for the internet to come back up, those of y'all in the chat, if y'all have any questions, let's get those questions in here real quick, and we'll get to questions. And Eric, if you want to plug anything or anything in, there you go.
There he is. All right,
there you go.
I was trying to do the if you want to plug anything in, like a router or yeah, if you want to get your plugs in while we wait to see if anyone's got questions from the chat.
Yeah, my usual plugs. You can find me on Letterboxd talking about movies as Eric Zipper. You can find me on Twitter as Grog is here with 2 G's at the beginning. I write for The Completionist on YouTube. If you're into video games, and I am currently doing a running series on a friend's podcast. My friends Michael and David do a podcast with called Storytime with Michael and David, and I am currently telling them the entirety of Lost. So you should check that out. We're a little bit into season 2 right now. It's going to be ongoing. It's going to take a while, but it's been very fun.
Well, there's like 15 seasons of that show or something
6.
like that.
There are 6 seasons of that show.
Oh, so it just feels like 15.
Well, the first 3 each have like 25 episodes is the problem. And then after that, it's like 14 to 16. Like they shorten it a little bit and it really tightens up. But yeah. It's been a good time.
So we got
were you trying to say that Lost is like the 2020 of TV shows where it's
pretty much
like 15?
Yeah. So Eric Chan's asking for who are you rooting for to win the entire singles tournament?
Ooh, at this point of the 8 people that are left. Wait, who's left? Wait, let's run through it real quick. So
we should have been keeping up to date with this bracket to make it just a little bit easier. So right now we got Adam Collins,
Brendan
Meyer, Liz Shannon Miller, Bibani. We've got Snyder, Riley,
Tom,
and Ethan.
I think of
Murderers Row.
It is a Murderers Row. I think of them. I'm probably rooting for Brendan because he's a very nice boy.
He's a nice young man.
He's a very nice young man.
You heard it here first, people. Just be nice to your fellow man and women, and people will like you, and they'll root for you to do good in life. That's all you got to do. Just be nice.
Go figure.
Right? Who knew?
Such a hard concept.
Just be a good person. What? Who knew?
Good Lord. Brendan is awesome. So
He's just so nice. He's just such a cool dude. I just really enjoyed that guy.
He's on the same side of the bracket as Bibiani, isn't he?
He's also on the same faction.
Yes.
And the same team.
Well, yeah, but I was like, could we potentially see a Bibiani versus Brendan Meyer? No.
We could see them in the we could see them in the semis.
In semifinals, yeah. Yeah, but not
Civil War. Ooh.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
You should probably stop throwing Civil War around. Not everything between the same faction is a Civil War.
Yeah. Camshaft is asking, what does the Misfits mean to you? Well, it's a really good punk band.
There is that. And it was one of many, many, many names that we went through in trying to find our name. But I think it just does a good job of summing up me and Adam's vibe, which is that we're just, just goofs. Just a couple of goofs.
We're here.
Just here to cause trouble, mess stuff up, break some brackets, do some bits, and
some hearts.
Yeah, exactly.
Andres is real quick saying, he's like, wait, what? You never told me you write for the Completionists. I love that channel.
Well, I mean, I can't believe I never brought that up. That's wild. But yeah, thank you, Andres. I've been writing for them for about 2 years, and it's very chill.
So for the past couple of nights, we've had this person, Hamstrat, has given us movie trivia questions. Now, here's the thing. I know the answer to this one. This is a good question that they're asking here.
Here's the thing.
There's a reason why this is a good question, and I see exactly what this person is doing.
Yeah, that's because that's the one David Slade did, right?
Yes.
Here's the thing about Twilight. So many good directors made those movies. David Slade and Condon and Hardwick and people who it's like, oh, these should be good. And the actors are good. Robert Pattinson is good. Kristen Stewart is good. It's just the source material cannot be elevated. You just can't do it.
It's just campy.
It also got the baby with the CGI face, which is all kinds of creepy looking. So,
oh God, that CGI baby will haunt my dreams.
Resume or whatever. Resume. I don't know. What's your favorite faction besides the dungeon?
Well, that's a really good question.
We don't know what's going to happen next year.
There are a lot of people in the den that I really enjoy. Probably a tie between Den and Quirky Mercs, maybe.
I feel like that's fair.
Yeah. And who's a player not in the dungeon you think should join next season?
Ooh.
Tom.
Tom would be good. I'm roommates with Endraco, and I've been bugging him. I've been trying to get him to. I've been like, "Hey, Mark, come be in the dungeon." So that'd be fun.
Because it looks like Snyder's trying to kick him out of Odd Couple just so he could partner back up with JTE anyway. So
who knows? He'd be up there. Who else? I'm
trying to imagine Draco in the dungeon. That would be a unique.
I know,
situation.
right? It'd be such a weird vibe. It'd be real fun. And what I think my answer is though. I want Polyama back.
Yeah,
that's a good answer. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. he was once a part of the dungeon.
Yeah, and we never really got a chance to show what he and I could do. So,
yeah.
And then Hamshrat's asking do you have a go-to team if they draft you? I can't imagine anyone wants to play would want to go to the exchange. The rest of the factions seem to give their players play time.
I'm not 100% sure how it works. I'd heard rumors that I don't know how much of a say the players have in as far as if you're drafted, if you can just be like, you know what? Nah.
It sounds like the players this next draft is the players have 100% choice in the matter.
Yeah. Well, what it seems like.
So the managers are able to draft 3 right off the bat, but the players can still sit there and go, I don't want to be a part of your 3.
Yeah, so the situation is 3 players can be signed. So that's an agreement between both manager and player to play on that faction. Outside of that, if you don't agree with anybody to be signed, you go into the draft. In which case, I don't believe you have a choice as to where you get picked up, although you could probably argue to be traded.
Sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because they did some trades trades happened pretty fast after the draft.
Yep.
Yeah. Some of that's just going to depend if the world is back to some form of normal.
Right.
How the trades and dropping players, how that's going to go. So we'll probably get more information on that as we get further towards the end of this year, before the awards draft this year. That looks like that's going to be it for all the questions. So we're going to go ahead and wrap this up tonight. As for us, we are, my brother and myself, we are the Cinefanatics. Make sure you follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Cinefanatics MLP, Robert Adams MLP, Chris Adams MLP. Follow us on those social media names.
Handles.
The handles, the screen name, whatever. I keep always wanting to do my ICQ.
Somebody needs some food.
Yeah, I'm a little hungry. So yeah, make sure you follow us on there. We've got more Schmoedown replay coming up next week. I believe next week we'll start the Schmoedown back to 2 episodes a week, which means we will be live streaming the Schmoedown replay only twice a week. So make sure you join us next week for that. Also on Tuesday is the tagline. That's the show where the tagline is the title, where we're talking about movies. I can already tell you we got a big heavy topic that's going to be coming this Tuesday. Apparently they're shutting movie theaters back down again, and all the movies are moving completely out of this year. This is going to be kind of an interesting topic to dive into. So join us on Tuesday for that and anything else that develops between now and then. Tomorrow night,
right? Because there's new crazy things every day.
Yeah, almost at this point. Like at some point there is, and some point there isn't. Like I feel like when we're doing a movie show once a week, we're really trying to grasp at straws for like any kind of movie news. Like, so Clive Owen grew a wart on his nose. In other news, we're like just trying to find something to talk about because no movies are coming out. So we had a little glimmer of hope when like New Mutants and Tenet came out, but other than that, nothing else. Tomorrow night, over on Call to Action, is The Last General Standing, a movie trivia battle royale. It's like a free-for-all with Call to Action, and everyone at the general tier of the Action Army's Patreon over on Action Industries as Team Action. That's Andrew, Guy, and Ben Bateman. So hop on their Patreon over there, and also make sure you join us over on Call to Action tomorrow night. That's going to be at 8 p.m. Central Time, 6 p.m. Pacific, and 9 p.m. Eastern for Last General Standing. My brother and myself are competing in that, so we actually get to kind of like what Ethan was doing, sit back, relax, and just answer some movie trivia questions and not have to worry about clicking stuff or running a show and then asking guests to come on and whatnot. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun tomorrow night. I am eager for that because we didn't get a free-for-all this year, and I want a free-for-all, much less like be a part of one. So
there you go.
That's going to be a blast. Make sure y'all come over. I think the video is already posted to YouTube, so make sure you hit notifications on that and come back tomorrow night for that. And then there we go. Saturday night, patreon.com/cinefanatics. If you are at the $10 tier, we are doing a watch along of Inception. Yeah, that's going to be yeah, exactly. The Hans Zimmer soundtrack with a little bit of Leo DiCaprio in there. Make sure y'all come back for that because that's gonna be a lot of fun as we try to figure out exactly what the heck that movie is doing.
I already know. You're good.
Oh, okay. Well, he'll talk about it, and I'm just gonna be confused as all get out. So make sure y'all hit the $10 tier, come back and watch that because we're gonna have a lot of fun with that one. That's this Saturday. Anyways, that's gonna do it for tonight's episode of the replay. All of y'all in the chat, thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for watching. It's great to have y'all. I know there was a lot of people streaming tonight, so thank y'all so much for being here, a part of this stream. You could watch it now, you could watch it later, that's cool, but thank you for watching it right now as we went live. Zipper, again, thank you for being on here. It's always fun. This is the second time you've been on, and it's always a lot of fun. Actually, is it a second or
Second? Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to remember like all the numbers and trying to keep everything in my head.
Time isn't real. It's fine.
Yeah, it's a construct at this point. Thank you for being on again. It's always fun. You always have like some good information to share, good insights. So thank you for being on. Again, thank y'all in the chat for watching, and that's gonna do it. As for my brother, as for myself, and as for Eric Zipper, thank y'all for watching. Y'all have a great evening and good night. See ya.
Sorry, Lex. Lex, I'm sorry. I mean, we have nothing to be sorry about, but we are sorry as